Welcome to Fat Over 40. My name's Miles, and in this episode, I've got a confession for you. Now, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. There's a new film every single Friday, and if you like what you hear, please give us a thumbs up. But more importantly, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Now, my last video was 3 top tips to get you through the party season. And if you watch the video, you'll know that after I recorded it, I went out for a weekend of birthday celebrations. I suppose what my confession is, or what you want to know, is did I take my own advice when it came to my own little mini party season? And the answer is probably yes and no. So let me just run you through my 4 days where I fell off the wagon. So after I shot my last video, I went out for a very splendid lunch where I did take one of my first top tips, and that was to be prepared and to maybe have just 2 out of the 3 courses. So I had starter, a main course, I had like king crab legs, which were gorgeous, and then I shared a steak with my friend, and I had a few chips. I didn't have all of the chips. So I felt pretty good about that. It was probably ruined by the vodka martini I had, shared a bottle of champagne, shared a bottle of red wine. Then I went on to the pub and had some more drinks. Then I went on to another pub and had some more drinks. And then I got the last train home in a bit of a state. I suppose any saving grace is that I didn't have an evening meal, but I guess all of those drinks were enough to cover my evening calories. There's confession number 1. Then that rolled into the following day, where we travelled a couple of hours down the motorway, which meant stopping off at the services, which meant sandwiches from M&S, pre-packed sandwiches, and I made some bad decisions. So big confession there. I basically had very nice, lovely, high-calorie, high-fat sandwiches, followed by some crisps, followed by some chocolate. So hangover day, bad day, wasn't good, but pulled it back a bit, went out for a family meal on the Friday night, and I just had main course. So not bad there, and I didn't drink, so half a brownie point there. Following day, it gets worse. We went out to watch the rugby, the great game of the century, Georgia versus Wales. Hey, what a cracker. Anyway, started drinking at lunchtime. That went on all day and all night. Evening meal, again, just had main course, so again, feel pretty good about that. But obviously the downside was all of the drink. But I did have vodka and soda, and I had some wine. I did have a few pints of beer, but I tried not to overdo it. And again, the next day, pretty hungover on the Sunday, and stopped off in the services again. And I just think I took the attitude of, well, you know, fuck it. I've ruined the weekend, so why not have another lovely sandwich from Marks and Spencer's and another packet of crisps and some more chocolate. So there we go. It was pretty much 3/4 days of gluttony in comparison to my regular diet, I guess. So I feel like I've completely ruined the last week or 2. There's no point in jumping on the scales because I know I haven't lost any weight. But I can assure you, back on Monday, and I was back on my diet, and I've been back on my regular diet there now for the last few days. So I'm feeling a little bit better about myself. But those 4 days did disrupt my progress, and I'm slightly annoyed with myself for that. However, it was my birthday, and I did enjoy myself. So there we go. That was my little confession. Now, I've been playing a video behind me, which was Andy and I doing some little strength workout. So I thought I'd leave you with the rest of the video with this full screen. I'll fast forward through the rest periods, but it was a nice little simple workout of power cleans and deadlifts. With the power cleans, it was 3 power cleans, one from the ground, one from the hang, which is the knees, and one from the high hang, which is just the waist, where you just have a short little bend of your knees in terms of getting it up. That was at 60 kilos for those sort of 3 reps. And then you moved on to the deadlift, where we had 100 kilos on the bar and you had to pull between 5 and 7 reps. And again, trying to take 3 seconds on the eccentric, I think that's on the way down, to try and sort of keep tension whilst keeping your form. And then we rested for 2 minutes and we did that for 10 rounds. And it was a nice little cheeky strength workout. So I'll leave you with that in the background. At the end, I'll put up last week's tips video. I'll put up another fancy video here. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure at the end you hit that subscribe button and ring-a-ding-ding the bell if you want to have notification of when my videos land. But you know they land every single Friday. Now, if you make one change this week, well, you know, don't beat yourself up. When you do fall off the wagon, just make sure that you jump back on as quickly as you can. So you don't die fat.